Hello, everybody. Team Thrive, Push to Emerald group. I am really excited. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself because I'm trying to hide that I have no makeup on. I am really excited to introduce our speaker, our presenter tonight, Lori Oliveri. She is just a dynamite coach. I just want to tell you a little bit about Lori, whether you don't know her or you're going to be watching this later. But Lori joined as a coach. I'm just the date, July, August of 2015. So from right now, from the call, it was about 5 or 6 months ago. And she just told me, I'm just going to get used to this. I'm just going to learn and just going to learn until December. And then I'm going to try. And by September, Lori's yeah, how do I make this go all the way? How do I do, go all out? I'm like, okay. And she is just the most consistent coach probably on the whole team. And she has had an amazing transformation. She helps so many people. Lori came in kind of as okay, I'm the underdog. I'm saying I'm not going to lurk though. I'm just going to use my strength. And she doesn't do it in a dominating way, but she uses her strength of encouragement and loving people and connecting with people in such a genuine and refreshing way. And I really don't believe that our team would be I might cry. I don't believe that it would be what it is if it weren't for Lori, because of that gentle, loving, but consistent spirit that she adds so much. So I'm really excited to have her speak, and she is going to be talking about, on top of all of that, she has been running her business from her phone, pretty much exclusively from her phone. This whole time, her business is this month taking off. I knew it was going to happen. I knew she was doing the right things all the time. I knew it was going to happen. So she's been doing it from her phone. And so really, it's you look at Lori and there's just no excuse. She homeschools all 3 of her kids. She's with them all day. She doesn't have any help with anything. And she's running the business from her phone. So I thought that was what she's an expert on. So that's what I asked Lori to share with us tonight, is how in the world she does that, whether it's for you and is going to help you, or you're going to have a coach that comes up with that objection, I can't do this because I don't have a computer. My internet went out. I don't have time. All I can do is work on, lunch break, or I'm never at home. Lori is going to basically bust those myths, but not of course, in an aggressive way. She's going to share kindly how to make this work really for anybody that has I would say an iPhone. I don't know anything about Android. So, okay, I'm going to mute myself. Lori, you can go ahead.
Give me a thumb up. Can you hear me? Hang on. I don't know if you guys hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Thanks. Okay, so I am going to share my phone as I figured that out by myself. Let's see. Can you give me a thumb up if you can see my screen, my phone? Okay, perfect. So I have created all my slides from my iPhone yesterday while I was sick in bed. So this is my phone. Okay, so you can see I saved them all in here. Okay, so you can see it, all of you? Okay. So how I work my online coaching business, mostly for my iPhone. I do use the computer. I was blessed with a laptop yesterday, so I'm planning to use that a little more. But basically, I use my iPhone wherever I go. I wanted to make this business happen. For the 41 years, I just tried to make things happen, and I never was successful in anything. And now I made it my own that I will know what it means to be successful, what it means to not give up. So my name is Lori Oliveri. I'm an Emerald coach and co-creator of Fit Legacy Now. I have been a coach for almost 8 months, and I am a mother of 3, under 9, and I homeschool. So therefore, my iPhone is my personal assistant. So who can relate to this picture? I wanted to actually put 2 more kids or 3 more kids in there. But in the beginning, in the first month, I was literally this way. I didn't know what to do. I was really lost, especially English is my first language. Second language, computers, electronics is my third language. So I have found a solution. Okay, go.
Tana's sleeping in my bed.
Today, I will show you 10 ways I am working my business from my iPhone. So I will show you how I take pictures. I don't have an extra camera, which I wish I would, but I don't, so I make it happen. I will show you what pictures and what apps I'm going to use and how I edit them. I'm going to show you how I use the Kindle. Would you please go? Then I'm going to show you how I track my financials, how I use the coaching app, how I use the YouTube, Google account, TeamZ, how I schedule, and my personal assistant, a note app. That's really pretty much how I work my business out of that app. So as everyone knows, you must have something to guide you by. So I put this on my phone, and I trust that it's Psalm 32:8. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eyes. So I always have this when I open my iPhone to guide me to have my thinking straight. So here we go. I use camera. When I use camera, this is what I take my pictures. This is what I take my videos. And also, this is where I do the most of my, editing. So I have a picture over here, and I'm going to show you, one second, how I quickly do this. Okay, so can you all see? Okay, good. So what I normally do, this is a raw picture. So what I normally do, I go down there to the light, and I get a light, and I just adjust to make sure it's not too dark. I remember in the beginning, Ashley used to tell me my pictures are really dark. So I took note of that, and I said, okay, how can I adjust that? And I just adjust them, make more color. I don't know if you can see how I do it. So see the difference, it always has a definition. If I do want to use this picture to have my morning post as a motivation, I make it white like that. So therefore I can write, I have an app that I can write on top of that picture. Otherwise I just leave it as the best it can be, as nice like that. And it's done. That's all my editing. Okay, it's not gonna move, hang on. Okay, so those are the apps that I use the most. It's Pick, Play, Post. This is when I do my videos of working out, and I do a picture, but most likely this will be my videos. Then I have Typic. Then I have Perfect Image and Fonto. That's what I use the most. This is the one that I use this is where I made all those slides that you see right now on that photo. This is what I use the most. In the beginning, you will be tempted to just go and find all kinds of apps. Make sure you just get 2 or 3, because if you have more than 2 or 3, you will be distracted and you don't know, oh, which one should I? You just waste a lot of time. So just pick 2 or 3 that you know that will work the best for you, and just stick with it. iMovie I use sometimes, but last time I used iMovie and I was kicked out of Facebook of posting Facebook movies, because I used a theme music, and so they didn't let me use movies for maybe 3-4 days, but they released me again. So thank God. So now I know. So if you ever post a movie and it has a music that is not, good night, baby, that it's not, I'm not sure how you call that in English, but it has to be. So make sure you're not going to be kicked out of Facebook. Okay, let's see. Next. Okay, so another app that I rarely use online when I sign up my coaches or my customers. So I have this app. I'm not sure, probably most of you know it, but it's Team Beachbody Coach. And that's what every time I have a new coach or a new customer, that's the app that I use. And so it brings you up. Do you see how it brings you up to this login ID? Then you have 2 options. If you see, there's 2 options. There's one, enroll new coach, and then enroll new customer. So you have those 2 options. And then you put their information and you click shop now. And it will bring you to select your product, which would be the challenge pack, and then select your Shakeology. You could also skip challenge pack purchase and just go ahead and do the next step, whatever they want. And here's your challenge. So you can scroll down, and this is your challenge packs that you need to use. And just choose one. You just click on one. And then you go back and you choose your options for your Shakeology. And you click submit. It goes to your client because you already put their email. And the beauty about this, what I really like, it actually is going to show you. Let me see, where is it? Okay, so you're going to have a status. So you see to whom you sent, you started, and who has completed. So here would be all your customers or coaches that completed your information, your application. So it really goes straight to their email, and they just have to put their personal information for their protection, and it's actually better for you too. So next, I'm going to show you how much I love YouTube. YouTube is my teacher. Most of my stuff I have learned from Smart Start, but when I needed a quick search of whatever subject I had, I just went on YouTube and I did Beachbody Coach, and I put the subject, and you just have a sea of information. And that's where I get my videos for 21-day fix promo, for hammer and chisel, whatever workout you need. And I created, you can see here, you can actually create like a playlist. And so I made little folders like, autumn 21-day fix. And so I just dumped, on the right-hand side, you can see what I have. I have like somebody doesn't know how to do Shakeology, or I don't have time to do it. It's okay to send them the links. I have here quick, like somebody wants to know, oh, well, what is 21-day fix? For me, instead of, I couldn't access the internet so fast from my phone. So for me, it's easier to just say, look, here's a link. I just go copy and paste and put it either in their private message, in your email, or Facebook message. And it's really easy to just copy and paste from here. Google. I have an account with Google, and so because I put most of my stuff, most of my pictures and videos on my iPhone, it gets full very, very quick. So I keep on having to delete, and my phone, I can't, I'm like, okay, I work out, and then I have no room to take a picture. And like, okay. So I created this Google account, and it gives you a free drive. On the right-hand side, when you open your Google account, there's a drive, and you can upload. So I upload all my pictures, all my documents, excuse me, all my videos. So I empty my phone, but I still have them, and I can access them from wherever there is internet and you have a device, and it's free. With Dropbox, I actually, I went overboard and I paid too much money. So I have some stuff in there too, but Drive, I definitely recommend to have it. And you see how it uploads. So I have videos, I have pictures. I do have to organize this. I'm not there yet. You can actually really organize your Google, and you can put it by pictures, by dates. But for now, this works for me. Teamsy. I have Teamsy. I just signed up for 1 year. I love to work on Teamsy from my computer. It's just that it's bigger and it's attached to it's too many steps. So what I normally do, if I have to add somebody and I'm somewhere out with the kids, there's an app. It's not very defined, but you can enter your new contacts, or there is a discussion that you need to make notes. You can actually use your Teamsy app, and you can do that. What I usually do, because I found out it's way too confusing and dizzy for me to have a conversation and stop what I'm doing and go back to Teamsy, I normally do text message or Facebook. And so at the end of the day, when the children are asleep, I sit down and I do kind of my power hour and enter the information. I pretty much just copy and paste messages that I had during the day from my text messages, from my Facebook or email or conversations. I make quick notes. So that's how I use the Teamsy. And you can see how it looks on the iPhone. It's just a picture of Teamsy. Sunday is rest day. And it's really, I make it a priority. In the beginning, I worked like nonstop because I wanted to figure out how to do this. So, but now that I'm more confident and more relaxed, and I kind of get a groove of how things work, and I found finally a way how to make this work for me without getting dizzy and getting frustrated. I make it a point that Sunday I plan my post. I'll show you later on how I plan my post, but I schedule them. So on my like page, I'm sure most of you know, you can actually schedule your post, and then I schedule either with Sendables, there is a fee for that, or Hootsuite, there's a free. It's just, I know that's a limited wording, if I'm not mistaken. You can't write too much on it. So, or whenever you go on vacation, you can actually schedule your post, and the system that you are using is going to post it for you, so you always have a presence on your social media. You don't want to go missing in action because they will go to somebody else. So that brings me to my personal assistant, A Note. I purchased, I think it's just $2.99. It's not very expensive, but it's worth the money. I purchased this app probably more than 3 years ago. I was following Chalene Johnson, and I actually did some of her courses. And so she was using this app, and I started to using the app, but mostly for personal information and things. But lately, I have used this app amazingly and successfully to literally run the business. And I'm going to show you how I do it. The beauty about this app is that it uploads to Evernote. So whatever information you have on the app, it goes to Evernote. So again, you don't lose. For instance, one time I switched my phone. And I was like, oh no, where's my information? I just download all my information that it was uploaded on Evernote. So I didn't lose anything. And you can access that again, like Google, wherever there is a phone, and you must have an account with them, but I think it's free. I've done that a long time ago, but I think it's free. Before I start with the A note, I want to show you what I use to take pictures. This was like $12 on Amazon. This is what I use. So whenever I work out, I just clamp it, and I just use that. Of course, I do have another feature. I have this iWatch that I was blessed too. So every time I take a picture, my iWatch, actually I can, wherever I am, I don't have to run back and forth to take pictures. I just take it from my phone. I just book and I go click, click, I can do it from my phone, and I actually can schedule it too from my phone. So that's one easier thing for me. And to not break your fingers typing, I bought this. It's compatible with iPad. It's a keyboard that you can actually, it's wireless, and you can actually attach it to your iPhone. It goes to your iPhone or iPad. So you don't constantly have to use your thumb, because believe me, if you do this much, your thumb is going to fall off. It's really going to hurt you. So I use those pretty much, especially when I have to write and create, post, and especially when I'm home. So let me go back to, okay. Here's the A note. So every night before I go to bed, I make it a point that I'm going to today. So you actually can make new folders right in here. You can make new folders right here, and you can name them. You can, as a matter of fact, let's say create one. So you go up here, and let's say I want to create a new folder, and I say tier 1. So you can put an icon, and you can change the color, and it's done. And you can actually also, you can move this. It automatically goes on the bottom, but you can move it all the way in the front, so you can have it closer to you. And then you click done, and you have it right here. You see it right here, tier 1. So you can add in there posts, you can add whatever, but I'll tell you what I do. So every night I click on today. So those are my responsibilities. So I have power hour, and you can also list them in different ways. You can list them this way. You can list them details. You can list them what to do. But this is what I like, because I like to have like an overview of what are my responsibilities. So I have my power hour. I have my master list of to do. So every time something comes up, instead of writing it on a piece of paper that I will forget and lose, I make it a point that I just click that and add what I need to do next. And then from there, when it's time, I add it to my power list. Then I have fit legacy, things that I need to do, and I have my home responsibilities, Then I have all my PC coaches, and then I homeschool. So I schedule that also too in here. So I know what I'm going to do for that day. So, excuse me. This is my power hour. I know there's many versions you could do. Actually, with Team Z, that's considered power hour, but there's a lot more to do than just connecting when you're a coach. So my belief is that God gave me this opportunity to reach out to women that I would not be able to do it in this season of my life as a mom and homeschool. But I had that passion, I had that burden in me, and I really wanted to let that gift come out and just lift up moms. Either they're coaches, that's why I have such a passion for coaches, because it doesn't matter if they're just clients or coaches, there are moms or women that I just want to grab them and lift them up from places that I have been, or I'm actually walking out, because I know the pain and loneliness that a lot of them are. So I pray pretty much over all my coaches, all my clients. I pray over that day. So that's how I start. I add five new contacts on Facebook. The reason I put that first is because to me, that's a big frog. I always procrastinate that for some reason. I don't know why, but so if you read Eat That Frog book, that's a very good personal development book. It says that you should do first the things that you don't like to do, but you know it's going to bring you success and bring you closer. So to me, before I do anything else, even check my comments, or I just go boom, 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 add 5 new contacts. I don't even go on TeamZ, as again I said, I do that at the end. At the end of the day, I just go, what are my new contacts? I always, whoever accepted me, I always make it a very personal thank you. I say by name, Courtney, I really honor and thank you for accepting my friend request. I don't take that lightly, and I say thank you or send a rose, but I make it very personal, not just say, hey, thanks. And pretty much everyone responded back, wow, that was really nice. You took the time. Like, they really appreciate that you go a little more deeper than just say, hey, thanks. Treat them, like you would like them to treat you. So once I did my add 5 Facebook clients, then I text all my customers. Pretty much all my customers want me to text them daily. I know it's a job, but it keeps them going. And just maybe 2 I have that I do every 3 days. But what I do, I have a core saved, like, how are you doing today? What's your progress? And then I add something in the beginning. Hi, Helen. I'm checking in. I want to see how you're doing. And at the end, I pretty much add some conversation, personal, that I had with them the last time I talked to. So it's not just like, hey, checking in, how you doing, like a robot. You want to get really to their heart and know, how they're truly doing. Because if we are not taking care first of our customers, then that's your prime. That's your why, because they're the ones who's going to bring you more business or actually take away business because of, bad reputation, or you didn't take care of them. So I have Instagram, I have our Worthy and Not Alone. I have to check in. You can actually add, you see how you can add another one. So I pretty much make it a point. I do it 3 times a day. In the beginning, I know you're tempted to do like every single minute, but believe me, 3 times a day is going to be enough before you get really tired. So go in the morning and no time and just go check. That's how I do. And then I feel more relaxed, and I know I did what I had to do. And then I check in Thrive. I check and push to Diamond, because I'm going with Jennifer. I'm pushing to Diamond. And then I check in Emerald. So I make to-dos, what I need to do every single day, including from editing my workout, I have to put it on the list. And then lower, you can see all the phone calls, the team calls for the week, and what needs to be done. What really, really saved me is this week's post. In the beginning, I was kind of just going post whatever came my mind, and it was really chaotic, and I was constantly with my phone in my hands, and my kids would used to say, well, you love that phone more than you do love us. And there is a point where they need to understand, it's either I'm going to a job, or I'm doing some sort of a job, next to them. So, but I found a balance. So instead of constantly going for creating posts during the day, I use my phone. And now, because it's a skill, you master your view, like, oh, that's a good post idea. That's a good post idea. And you just take pictures. Don't worry about editing. Don't just take pictures of what you think based on your why. For me, it's fit legacy now. I am determined that I will become the strongest link in my family, and I will change my legacy. So for me, every time I see something that is going to change that, I take a picture about my kids, about what I study, what I learn, my workout, struggles that I go through. And then at the end, then I go and edit. But this is basically, I do it Saturday and Sunday. It's a lot to do all for 1 week in 1 day, in my opinion, if you have kids. I know I've worked like more than 2 hours to create, but of course I was sick too, so who knows, maybe that's what slowed me down. So this is how and it's what I love about this, because you can actually create them per date. You see the dates? There's a date, and it's the day. And when you click on it, when you click on it, you can actually have a due date, an alarm to tell you, beep, beep, it's time, like I do it like half hour before, it's time to do your post. So I don't even have to worry about that. It comes on I have my watch, but if I have my phone, you have your phone, beep, 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 go and do your post. And what I do, it's literally very easy. I'll show you how I do it. So I created a post. You can add a picture that I already made on one of those apps I created in those apps. So I post about 3 to 4 times, but pretty much I go in the morning, I do motivation. About 1 o'clock, I do a question. And always, when you post something about yourself, always leave that post with an action call, like make your audience talk to you. It's like, okay, leave a value, leave something valuable. So like, for instance, in here, I am fit, I'm working out, but I actually left a motivation, something that is like, yeah, wow, this is not just a picture about her. She's giving us something valuable. I can take that. So, and then what I do, I'll show you how I do it, because I left you see, tonight I have, what is tonight? Okay, so I have invite. Do you see invite? So for tonight, I left this so you can see how I actually do it. I'll actually do it right now. So I go, hang on, I just want to make sure. I normally save the picture first. It goes right into my picture. So I save that so I don't have to go double work. So I go done. So I come here. I select all. See how fast is this? Copy. I'm going fast to my Facebook. And I put my picture that I already saved, done. And I click there, paste. I kind of like to go over because, I sometimes make mistakes and to make sure I don't do it, and I post and it's done. Do you see how fast that was? It was not even 3 seconds. But if I would have had to spend the time to create that, it would have taken me a lot longer than that. And this is what I do. So this is done. The beauty of this app, you have a choice because it's not going to populate this. You see up here, you have this option. You click and you have a choice to select all of those that you posted today and either delete or move them. And I created a folder, posted. So all my posted everything that I posted before, I have this folder right here, post, and everything that I have in here, it's saved. And it's actually saved on Evernote as well. So sometimes, believe me, not always, and all your friends will see all your posts. So sometimes when you are in a short of a time and you don't know, life happens, you could always go back to the latest, the farthest one and post it on a different hour of the day. And you have a post ready and a picture ready. It's okay to rotate. Sometimes you can even change some wording or the picture, but you have always some information at your fingertips. It's saved, so you don't have to constantly scramble for information. So I already did for this week. Now, this is what I also do. Wordy and Not Alone is Beth and Erica and I, we co-host this group of challenge group, and I created posts for there too. So I actually have the same system, and I just go, when it's my turn, we take turns to post. I just go and take my post, and exactly how I showed you, I just go ahead and post it instead of constantly being panicky. What should I post? Remember, the post in a challenge group should be having a lot of, it's okay to have like this one, 21-day fix picture. But when you post on your page, try to be you. Don't lose your identity. Try to not to put too much of a Beachbody. I am Beachbody, because believe me, they see that everywhere. They want you. They want to follow you, not Beachbody. So if they trust you and they're like addicted to looking for you, it's like some people, like in the beginning, I just went on Facebook to look for Ashley because I just was so fascinated by, what she did and how pretty she was and how she did the homeschooling. And once I gave trust and we became friends, then you can offer even more. You never know, never say, oh, she's not going to do this. Oh no, she has too much money, or, you never know what life brings and it's the right time. And what else I use, I have created a post for my welcome letters. For instance, when new coach signs up, I already have letter ready to send her. So it's everything in here. I just go copy, paste, and I either email or, but mostly I do emails when I send those big letters, not text message. Or they have a question about how to cancel. I have the link, everything is right here, how to cancel, instead of looking crazy on website on, where's that, it's just make it a point that it's right at your fingertips. And the less time you have to spend on this, the more dedication and you want to do this, because you see, hey, I can do this. But in the beginning, it's going to be a little work, but then after that, it's going to be freeing you. It's like easy to do this. I also have new coach and new customer letter. This Beth helped me a lot with this. So you just copy and paste, you give all the information, and when a new coach signs up, I have a to-do list. You need to what you send them, and then you're done with that. What else I do sneak peek. So everything that I do, sneak peek creations that I do post or invite, I made a folder for that as well, just in case I need to change something or I need to change the picture. They're all there for me to to use. I also have a March free group. So every month I run a free group. So it's like whoever wants to be added, they say add him. And pretty much my group is eating clean on a budget, on a small budget. So I have saved a bunch of my own recipes and recipes that I have found, and I either tweak them or I just add them that I thought they're good. So I have the recipe, it's right here, and the picture, and there are pretty good pictures. And my own thing, I also have for Shakeology information, I have for 21-day fix information. So if somebody has a problem, they don't know how to cook, I have saved recipes, I have saved how I do it, the app, including I have saved this like small videos, if you can see how the video look like, and I showed the DVD, what's the workout for that day, so they see literally how they're supposed to work and what they're looking at. And I also have cook once, eat twice. So I'm working on this, Ashley. I have most of them are my own recipes. A lot of them it's East European. Vera can relate to that a lot. So, but most of them are my own recipes, and they're all with pictures, and they're all based on cooking once, but eat it twice or 3 times. So my free group would have that too as well. And I can use this in the future to actually give to people that would, in exchange, will give me the email address. But that's something in the future. They have to work on it. So, and also all my information, Beachbody IDs right here, whatever I need. And this also can be, you can put a password so nobody can see it. It has that option as well. So you cannot see it. Okay. Let me see if I had anything else. Everything that you see on this, I created from my iPhone. There's nothing created on the computer, including all those slides. One thing that I also do is use Kindle and audiobooks, because I don't always have time to read. I use a lot of audiobooks, so most of my books are on Kindle, and they have a lot of Kindle and then audiobooks that I store, or they're on iTunes as well. So that's a good thing to use your iPhone for, to have your personal development. I'll tell you what, when you are in a bad, hopeless situation and you don't know what to post or if you can do it, just go ahead and read 10 minutes of a personal development, or go on YouTube and say, Beachbody Coach, don't give up, or I'm discouraged. You will get courage within 5 to 10 minutes. Do not give up, or reach out to your coach, or go and thrive, and do not give up. You know what it feels to give up. Now you're going to know what it feels not to give up. And I think I'm good. That's it. If you have questions.
That was so good, Lori. Like, that was so good. I'm like inspired and thinking, oh my gosh, this is like A-Note, how you have it. It's just like such a good system. And I would totally back up. Like, Lori's way ahead of the game. You guys like my sunglasses? I couldn't find a hair tie, so I'm trying to like keep my hair out of my face.
So if you guys have any questions, I don't know. It took me months to get to this system. Believe me, it didn't come overnight.
Yeah, it was really good. Lori, you can hear me, right?
Yep.
Okay. I would say I don't want to say one of the biggest things, but something that she's doing that I think is so, oh my gosh, if I would have done it like earlier on, is saving your posts, having them somewhere, saving them. Now, like if you're like, oh, we're at Disney World, like you're probably not going to, redo that one. But anything that's like of value, like let's say it's a recipe or an inspirational quote or something like an invite to anything, anything that, has like value, which is what we should be doing all the time. If you will save those, then basically, I mean, like imagine this. Imagine for busting. So this is kind of what I did. I busted my butt for 18 months. I mean, like, did not get a lot of sleep, really busted my butt because I saw the potential in this business. And I was trying to figure it out, and I was coming up with systems, and I was making a sneak peek and a webinar and learning, and not giving up and just going and pushing. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I need to get some more, I don't want to say balance, because I think that's just kind of like sometimes a cop out for wanting to be lazy. Like we're all spending our times doing something, but if you want to move your life ahead, you're going to have to tip out of balance a little bit and have to do some sacrifice. But what I wish I would have done that would have saved me so much time is I wish I would have saved my old posts, because now I realize, what if you had a year, during that year of pushing, year and a half of really pushing, what if you had a year and a half of 3 to 5 posts a day saved? Like literally from then on, besides documenting what you did in your life, like the day-to-day stuff, you could just go repost, da-dum, repost, da-dum, repost, da-dum. I mean, you'd have a whole year, and then you would, of course, be weeding out. Like, this is silly, but you'll see me do this in a couple, this week or some week. There's a really cool, this sounds dumb, there's a really cool way to tie your shoe so that your shoelaces don't come untied, that's not double knotted. And I watched a TED Talk about it, actually. Like, it's very, very neat. And so I posted that when I was a coach a couple weeks in. Nobody cared about it. Nobody said anything. Nobody liked it. I can almost guarantee you that if I post that now, people would do something, like they would care. But I just took it as like, oh, this didn't work. This is lame. Now I just realize it's the amount of followers you have. It's the time of day you post. I mean, it's the image and everything too, but I think that it was quality enough. But then it's also, so I mean, you're going to get, over time, you're going to get more and more followers, and you're going to like beef up your street credit. You know what I mean? So people are going to be looking for value. But what questions you guys have from Lori, like about anything? Her business right now. So she went to, like I said, just trying to learn and everything and really kind of play it cool and just learn to now she's, I mean, just like that far away from diamond. Like, I mean, so far, so close. I mean, so I think she has really good perspective on both being a brand new coach and then also like what you need to do to, get to diamond. Cassie, do you have
I forgot to mention, I don't know, I must have missed, do you see this Everlance?
Oh, yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
I use that. I just started, but I really love this because you can, because since I work from my iPhone, I don't want to have another, way. So it's all in here. So I can use this, like, for instance, you can use the start tracker. You can do, if you, for instance, when I came to Kelly's house, if I would have had this, that was like a business trip. So that could have gone, my iPhone tracks where I go if I choose to. So you go your trips and you'd say, where you start, miles. So I have actually, it's an auto detection. So every time I go in the car, it detects the map where I'm going. And so I can have an option to do personal or work. And it tracks all the miles. You see here, mileage deduction for tax purpose. So far I already have like $41 miles for tax purpose to deduct, and all the rest receipts. And you have an option in here to add your expenses and revenue. So you write your revenue, what business, the date. You can even take a picture of if you got a check or whatever, but sometimes people get checks from Beachbody, but you can put that on. And you can also, if you have an expense, and it just keeps it nicely, all in one, plus your mile, and actually it has a real map to tell you where you went. And so I use this. I just started using this, and I really love it because I never had something, financially. What do you do, with all this? Once I get bigger, and then I will probably have an accountant, because I do it because I have to, not because I love it. So that's one thing that we multitask. But yeah, if you have any questions, how to use the 8 Note, or how I do, when I do the time, I pretty much do plan those posts. I used to do it during the day, and I was very unhappy, and the kids were unhappy, and there were days when my schooling were like very little. We didn't do school. So I said, I have to really get a hang of this. So Saturdays, Sundays, when the kids go to bed or I wake up early, I do constantly, create new posts for days. And I base when I create my post, I don't just imagine. I have a pattern. I have motivation. And when I do motivation, let me ask you how I do it. For instance, when I lack value, or where I like my brain does not think at that moment, what I do, I know who I want to motivate. I don't want to motivate anybody. I know I want to motivate and lift up moms. Pretty much moms. So what I do, when I don't have any information, I go Safari, like if I have to be fast, if I have no picture, and I go Safari. Let me just do a new one. Okay, and I just go motivation moms. I normally, before I used to do images, and I used to just take whatever felt. I don't just take any image, okay, because not all the images really go with my personality. So I just took an image and I said, but lately I want to promote me. I want to be me. So what I go, instead of going image, I go to, so instead of before I used to do this and spend a lot of time, I used to write it. I saw something, I was like writing, and then go on my iPhone and then write it again. So I cut short that. So what I do, I go right here, motivation moms quotes. And it's so much faster this way. And let's say 13 inspirational quotes. So if I see something that I really, really like, and I think that, if it just opens. Okay, so mothers give up so much so that their children can have so much. Let's say maybe I don't agree with this, but let's say I want this. So look what I do. I just highlight it. You see how I did it? I highlight it. I go copy. Instead of me writing on it's like extra steps, I just copy. And then I remember what I told you during the day. When you work out, take pictures. It doesn't matter if they're not nice. Or sometimes when I'm lacking time and I was sick, I take 3-4 pictures with 3 different shirts, with 3 different hairstyles. So you have those pictures for your, you just save them instead of having, waiting. And you just do them all at once, so you can have to promote you instead of, Autumn from 21 Day Fix or whatever. You want people, your audience, to know you, not them. And I just go to my already saved pictures, right? Let's say I can take, let's see where I find one that I have. Let's say I have this picture. So I want to I want to put that quote on it. I just want to download it. So you will see how easy. So I go into my, I like this Fonto. I think that's what you call it. Is that how you call it? Okay. And I go photo album. And I'm going to go and look for my picture. Okay, I'll just take that. Okay, so I choose that. And of course, I'm going to do more editing to this because I don't like to be right on it, and it's right in here. And you can change the size of this, whatever you want it. You can change the color. My colors are orange, yellows, earth colors. So I already determined in the beginning, I was like, what colors? I never knew. So I know what brings me joy and peace. So now I just don't even waste time looking for something else. I just go straight to my, here, I'll go to this one so you can see the other one. Here's perfect image. And I go here. As I take this. Okay, so you put text on. So instead of going and you just go copy it and paste your text, and it's right here. You make it bigger. You can make it right underneath so you can see yourself. Okay, and then you can change your color. So my colors would be, kind of like this. And you're done. And you created your picture, your motivation. So that's how I would create my motivation in the morning. So instead of taking a picture from the web, I just copy and paste my favorite quote, or I can have my own. But when you don't always have that time to, be creative, that would be awesome if you do. But if you don't, just, copy and paste quotes that you like instead of doing somebody else's images. Don't promote somebody else, promote yourself. So you have any questions, or I think that's what I had. You have questions?
Cassie, do you have a question?
Yeah. Hey guys. So you had talked about when you post, and you had started to say that you posted a motivation at AM that brought value also, and then you said 1 p.m. Are those the only 2 posts a day? And if not, if it's motivation in the AM, what comes at 1 p.m. and what comes at afternoon?
This is what I do. Everyone does differently, but this is what I found that it works for me right now. So in the morning, I do motivation. It's between 6:30, 8:30. It depends when I wake up. And then I have between 1:30 and 2:30. That's supposed to be one of the highest times of the day where people checking on Facebook, they're either out of lunch or waiting for kids in school or whatever. That's one of the time that people really check the Facebook. So pretty much at 1:30, between 1:30 and 2:30, I have a post where I engage my audience. So there's always the question, like either it's like a weird fruit that I want to say, hey, who knows what is this? I just purchased this. Can you help me? I did that before. Or like my tomorrow post, it would be, I took this picture of those. Let me show you, and so you can see exactly what I mean. Hang on. So today, this is Beth. This is how I'm going to do my water because I'm not good at it. You see those two dots? Can you see? Oh, you can't see. Hang on.
No, I can't.
Hang on. Okay, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, so you see those two water? So for me to just post, oh, I'm drinking 2 gallons of water, I don't give any value to others. They're going to say, so what? So what if you drink 2? It's not going to help them too much, right? But if I already saved this, let me see if I can still, but my plan is to do this. I'm going to post a picture and I'm going to say, hey, did you guys know, it keeps on getting out. Did you guys know that that your body is made out of whatever 80% of water, and this is what, you know, it's a vital nutrient and it regulates your internal body, so you automatically they had a contact with you, but you automatically give them value. You tell them how important the water is to be. So did you know? So it's a question. At 6 o'clock, for me, it's pretty much is going to be a recipe. At 6 o'clock, between 6 and 7, it's going to be a recipe what I cook. Or if I plan, if it's Thursday or Sunday, then it's not going to be a recipe. Those are the days it's going to be when I plan to invite public to my challenge group or sneak peek. So Thursday and Sundays, then I will do at 6 o'clock my workout. To me, every day I post a picture of my workout. Even if I don't work out, I mention something. To me, that's very important. So every day I do a picture of me literally working out that day. That's not a fake. I'm not, the only thing that I do, take pictures with different t-shirts when I need to have pictures for motivation. But even that, it's rare because I just take whatever I worked out that day, because I do my workouts in the morning. And then at nighttime, it's either my workout, it's either a recipe, it's either invite, you just create an invitation or share something that you're doing for the business. So pretty much for me, it's 4 times a day, no more than that right now. I don't know if anybody else can.
That was really good. Yeah, I love that how you said like the water thing, and I need to do way better at that kind of stuff because your mind kind of gets. And I also love that you're doing it on the weekends. I think that's something I want to do. 2 things to add for like ideas for posting, just kind of like big why overriding ideas that I think really move your business forward, but feel a little bit funny sometimes. And one is realize that it's going to be, as far as like attracting coaches, it's your lifestyle that is going to attract people, not the job, like not the job description, but the lifestyle that it enables. So live your life like to the best, no matter what that means. Like I've thought about this is like something that would be good for parenting, but I also realized it would make good posts. They have little streamer, like party popper streamer confetti things. They're like at Party City, like $3.99. We just did them for my daughter's birthday. It makes a mess, but you can sweep them up in 5 minutes. And I thought, how fun would it be if every Friday we did, or Sunday or Saturday or whatever, we did a family like little celebration and we celebrated all the best things. Like it would make an amazing pictures, amazing video. People would know like that's our thing. Like that's what our family does. So that would be something that just my lifestyle, it shows that I'm not just like, peeling broccoli stems, like don't have any makeup on, doing this. So realize that the more fun and interesting that your life is, the more bold it is and out of like unique, that alone is going to attract people. So really find times that you're not working and go out and purposely do really fun, cool stuff. Like, and then the second one is that it's something I noticed that like top coaches do really well and often is that they always tie every little thing, especially they're out and about different things, they tie it back to coaching, either like what it's done for them as a business or to helping people. So like I think I posted something, I don't remember now what it was, but I'll post something like like I'm so thankful that to be a health and fitness coach because this and this, or the post could be about just literally about anything. Like, let's say it's about spending more family time. It wouldn't just be about, look at this fun thing we did. Let's say we went to Disney World. I wouldn't just make it, we went to Disney World. I would put something in that post about being a health and fitness coach is like the best ever. And I wouldn't start it like that. I'd say, we just saw Mickey, this, and this. Oh my goodness, listen to what Malachi said. I'm so thankful for this job as a health and fitness coach. We literally could stay here forever and there would be nobody to like fire us, you know what I mean? Or something like that. It's nice being your own boss. So kind of bringing it around in a very like, it feels weird because you feel like you're saying it all the time, but you have to remember that, especially as you grow and you find people that don't know you, they don't know your story. They don't know your story. Like I told Lori, I'm like, she's from Romania, from Transylvania. She grew up in a, communist country, didn't have like a bunch of good role models to hand stuff down. I may know that story. Other people don't know that story. And if you're going for a cold market, like treating it like a business, you have to tell it over and over and over. Tell your background story, where I came from. I came from pain or from this, and this is kind of like my rise to, whatever, like I figured it out type thing. And then you have to tell your coaching story and not make it all Beachbody-ish, but just throw it in there like, oh my goodness, I love helping people online. Just today, my one of my challengers in my health and fitness accountability group, she messaged me and showed me this, or she messaged me and told me that she just put on her wedding dress for fun. Who remembers the Friends episode where all the girls, put on their wedding dress? Who went, like how funny would that be? How fun would that be or something? So you just like, you kind of make it like off topic, but then you just sneak it in there. Anyway, sorry, Laura. I hope I didn't.
No.
Expound on it. I thought everything you said
My
was
voice is gone.
awesome. I know. I feel so bad for you, but you did great. And also, I want to throw out there that, I guess it's just us four. Wait, no, I have to go. Okay, Debbie's on here and Bear. Okay, yeah. So Beth and Lori are success partners now. So I want to just like really, what's the word? Suggest that everybody like be on the lookout for a success partner, because it's just, and that's just somebody that you see that's a coach. I think it's good if it's like somewhere in our upline or downline, because you're going to be working on the same thing. But that you get their phone number. Maybe you run a challenge group together. You keep you like encourage each other. There's no expectation in the relationship. It's just friendship and giving. My success partner today left a bunch of voice notes, and she's like, I'm so discouraged. Like, I feel like you'd understand this, this, and this. And it was just nice to feel like, oh, wow. She's saying she's discouraged, but it's not my fault. Like, there's no personal tie. She's not my coach. And so I don't feel like I did something wrong. Because sometimes if it's your coach or your coach up, and you just need to kind of like, I'm having a hard time. You feel guilty for saying that, or you feel like, oh, like they're going to think it's their fault. So it's nice just to have that kind of like lateral friendship. Beth or Lori, do you want to say anything about what changes in your life or business since you kind of like hooked up, like what's improved? I will say both of them on Success Club, like totally killing it since they teamed up. So what are you doing with it? How do you be success partners?
Well, are you still recording?
Oh, here, let me turn it.